You're listening to the WBT Podcast with Michael Lodge. Listen to all of our podcasts at www.wbtpod.com. Stay informed. Let's get started.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.
And good morning. This is Mike Lodge on the WBT. What does the WBT stand for? Wealth, Business, and Taxes. Wealth, Business, and Taxes, WBT. So, listen, it's tax season. Everybody's in the thick of things. But I just wanted to talk about, on your personal income tax return, the Schedule C, which is for business or profession. Now, what I love about the new tax rules and the new tax forms, Schedule A used to be the number one audit form by the IRS. And the reason why is because you used to have all of those other deductions, you know, the home office expense, the other expenses such as employment and anyway, a lot of those numbers, and let's be honest about this, a lot of you made those numbers up. I'm sure of it. Because when I have a client across the table from me and I say, how much did you spend in job hunting fees? And you look up into the sky and you gently pull out a number, but you have no documentation to back it up. Now, most of that is gone now. So on your Schedule A, you just have your home mortgage, the real estate taxes, and the charitable deductions. Made it simple, right? If you fell into one of those categories and if you qualified for itemized deductions, you're great. You don't have to make up any numbers because all of those numbers are provided through documentation. Now let's get to the Schedule C. Remember, Schedule C means that you're operating a business, okay? And you're operating a company that is providing the Internal Revenue Service with a income statement. You're stating all of your income and all of the expenses that go against it, just like a normal business would do. If you were a corporation, an LLC, an S corp, you're reporting the same information. Now, on a business, you have got to be more documented, okay? Because now, Schedule C is going to be a highly audited tax form. So you have to make sure that when you're creating your financial statements, that you have documentation to support it. Vital. I can't say this more and make it more important to you. That you are operating a business, which means you have responsibility of documenting all of your income, whether it's through 1099s or through cash receipts. You have to document it. And then you have all of your expenses, your automobile expenses, your office expenses, your rent expenses, and the list goes on. You still have those same deductions. You still have those same expenses as you've had last year. Now, I want to tell you that if the IRS says, or not says, but sees your Schedule C having a loss year after year after year, you know what? Pretty soon they're going to come in, they're going to shut that Schedule C down because you're not operating a business, you're operating a hobby. Hobbies always lose money. And so you have to make sure that you are really focused on making money and that you can show the Internal Revenue Service that you have been striving every single year to do better as a business. If you want to be audited and you are overstating your numbers, I'm going to tell you a good example. Meals. People love to eat out, so they charge everything to meals. You've got to stop that because the Internal Revenue Service is looking at that very closely. And they've set some new rules on that, especially when it comes to entertainment, where entertainment is gone. There's no more tickets to games that you're giving away or anything that you think that you're going to deduct as entertainment. It's gone. The Internal Revenue Service says, okay, it's gone. So, listen, don't overstate. Do not overstate. Make sure that you've got the receipts and the expenses to substantiate, in that they are substantiated, I should say. Schedule C is for business or profession. So you had better be operating a business or profession and not a hobby. I see losses and losses and losses. But I don't see anybody even trying to run a business, or trying to create a business, or trying to grow a business. So you have to be very careful, and I want you to understand how very important this is for you to get through your head. Is that Schedule C is for operating businesses. It's not for your little hobby that you're putting together. If you get audited, it could all be disallowed, because the Internal Revenue Service may look at the past 3 years and see that you have had no net income. Instead, you've had losses throughout those years. Don't gamble with your taxes. When you gamble with your taxes, you are putting yourself at high risk. So, Schedule C, get your act together and make sure that you're operating a real business and that you have the documentation to support each one of your claims on that tax return, on that Schedule C. Remember, when you sign your tax return, read the bottom line. Under penalties and perjury, I'm stating that this income tax return is a good tax return. Think about it, under penalties and perjury. This is Mike Lodge for the WBT. If you have any questions, just send me an email at mlodge@lodge-co.com, and I'll be more than happy to talk with you or answer any of your questions. Send it in. I'll talk with you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the WBT with Michael Lodge. Join us again tomorrow as we explore more about business and taxes. Follow us on iHeartRadio and go to our podcast website at www.wbtpod.com and listen to all of our podcasts and read our blogs.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.